Hello, welcome back to the playthrough. So, where we left off, we found Timmy, the other bandit who was involved in the Newhoff raid. He told us where the bandits are located. We went to Radzik, we told him everything that we've learned so far. Radzik wants us to go to the camp by ourselves so we can scout the area, be their eyes. I think that's pretty dangerous. All alone, no backup at all. That will be interesting to see how it goes. It would be very interesting to see how I fail it in a way. I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, we also spoke with Hans again as well. He wanted us to fight in the tourney. Something about his uncle Hanush. We were to be his fighter. We lost. We won one round though, but we ultimately lost, which was really disappointing. It would have been really good to win. Yeah, so today, I actually want to go to Sasau. There are a lot of side quests to do there, and we will find the bandit camp today too. So we have a lot to do, so let's get right to it. A skill book on agility. It's only $141. Yeah, we're gonna buy that. So let's read this new agility book. Oh, I thought that was, we are not going to even try. I am not going to ruin my relationship with Sir Radzik. Study. Oh, cool. You improved agility. Have we finished or how many hours? Oh, I love that. All right, so we'll do that later. Oh my God, I'm so in love with that. I love that. I love that. It's like a progress bar. I love it. Oh my God, one shot. We are getting good. We're getting better. I lockpick. Thank you. Does Radzik have anything else to say? Probably not.
Lord above, what is it now?
Oh, sorry. Nothing, I guess. Alright, let's pretend that didn't happen. I want to fast travel to Meherjed. I want to get a nest there, and there's a question mark there as well. Are you coming up to me? No, you're not. Okay. I thought he had something to say. There's a chest right here, and there's no one around, so let's give it a shot. Ooh, perk point. Still all. Oh, we have a main level too. I really like Insomniac. Your energy levels fall 1/4 more slowly. I like that. Scout is good too. Increases the line of sight of fast travel, so you notice events on the way sooner, and your chances of evading are also increased by 20%. That's really good. Oh, Brute. You favor Brute strength to a pleasant demeanor. You get a +2 strength bonus, but a -1 penalty on charisma and speech. No, I don't want that. Cloak and Dagger. You prefer to remain in the shadows. You have a +2 stealth bonus at the cost of a -1 penalty to both strength and speech. No thank you. Golden Tongue. You always favor diplomacy over brute force. You get a +2 speech bonus and a -2 strength. I don't like that either. Juggler. You've been exceptionally supple and agile since childhood. However, turning somersaults and falling on your head and left their mark. You have a +2 agility bonus, but a -1 penalty on speech. I don't like any of these. Ken, you're handsome and charismatic, but you haven't built up your strength. Charisma +2, strength -2. I don't like that either. Scholar, you momentarily reading level increased by 3, but your strength of warfare, no. First aid 3, bandages are 50% more effective for a village boy. You're quite the sawbones. The perk opens the most advanced options in dialogue connected with healing. That's good. Infamous, with a low reputation in a given area, you also get a +1 bonus on strength, speech, agility, and vitality. But your reputation rises much faster than usual, and penalties for serving jail time are less. Local hero, if your reputation, but how high is high? Are we talking above 50, above 70? A bit more clarification would be good, you know? If your reputation is high in the area, you get a +1 bonus on strength, speech, agility, and vitality there. At the same time though, your reputation falls much faster. Oh, I don't like that. I am torn between Insomniac and Scout. You know what? We've already got first aid 2. Let's go for Insomniac. Your energy levels falls 1/4 more slowly. Yeah, let's do it. Lock picking. Repairman. After successfully picking a lock, oh yeah, 20% chance. Deft grip. The starting position when lock picking will be closer to the end of the lock, making it easier to open. Yes. Luck of the drunk. It'll be 30% easier for you to open locks when drunk. 30% noisier. Oh my god, no, thank you. We're gonna get deft grip. Hey, Joanne.
Good day to you.
I'd like to buy a horse.
I'd like to buy a horse.
Pebbles.
Well
is
now,
like, what?
have you seen our steeds?
Not yet.
Well, then go and have a look in the stable so you know what you're buying.
Oh yes, we get a comparison too. Wow, Pebbles is much faster. The horse is gonna have to be extremely impressive for me to switch from Pebbles. That's really good. I feel so bad though. Warhorse gender. It's a lot. I guess this is why you don't bond with your horse, you know, so you don't have to feel too bad about buying a new one. Warhorse gender is a good, but I love a black horse. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Pedadros, you're such a disappointment. We could have had something. Right. I wonder if that's an Easter egg. You Chavalev Chavs. Yeah, the warhorse is definitely better. Oh, tier 5, of course. Oh, warhorse.
Oh, the best horse I ever saw. Strong, fast, loyal, a proper warhorse.
But
Well, he ain't the most fragrant. Actually, he reeks.
It's fine.
To tell the
It's
truth,
fine.
he stinks diabolically.
3,000. Nah. Maybe one day, warhorse. Alright, let's try this quest that we got. The horse that bolted. The Ushid stables have lost a horse. More precisely, their fastest stallion, Pie, has run off. The head groom asked me to find Pie and bring him back to the stables. Okay, I can't work at night. I need to... Can I actually read on my horse? Oh, we can. Oh, okay. Let's read till morning. Oh, new level in agility, new level in reading. Oh, no points though. I wonder if we can... Ooh! Find Pie.
Enough. I warned you.
What the fuck? I didn't do any... Oh, shit. Sorry. Why are we fighting? Like... I just wanted to go up to it, like... Oh. Did I, like, drop? Okay. Loot. So what happened? Charcoal burner. I didn't do anything. Okay. Okay, well...
yeah.
I didn't expect to get into a fist fight, but I just wanted to inspect the horse. I was going to say before we found Pie, I wonder if we get to keep him, but I don't want him. He's too slow. You'd have to pay me to take Pie. Here we go, back home. Where's the silly groom? Wow, very slow. Slow, they're too slow. I need a fast horse. Oh, there's another black one. Pegasus. How generic. Nowhere near as much capacity as the warhorse. Pegasus might be okay, depending on how much she or he costs. I love a dark horse. Ugh. Where's this groom? What time is it? Ah, he should be out of bed. It's 8 o'clock. Do I have to steal some stuff? Huh? I think so. Let's save it first. Look, if you don't loot, if you don't steal playing an RPG, I don't know what to say. You're just playing it wrong. Oh, hey, you're here. I found Pie.
I found Pie for you.
Dear God! What a relief! Between ourselves, he was none too cheap. I don't know what I'd have done if he was gone for good. Here's something for your trouble.
Thank you. Just try not to lose him again.
We'll do our best.
Can we go on our second date with Theresa, yeah? She's just sitting there
Look at you,
knitting.
lover boy.
Oh.
How about now? Fancy a walk to the town?
I can't now. Come back in the evening, will you?
That's what you said last time. I came back in the evening and then you told me to come back in the morning. And now you're telling me to come back in the evening again. You know what? We're going to sit here and continue reading our book so we can level up in the evening, you said. Oh, we can't. This book won't take that long. Okay. We'll wait a little bit earlier because I think we might have waited too late last time when she told us to come in the evening. So I'll go a little bit later this time. Earlier. Yay. What about now?
Greetings, Henry.
Still want to go somewhere to eat?
How about now? Fancy a walk to the town?
That sounds wonderful.
Oh.
Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Of course.
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside. What do you think, Hal? Shall we go?
And just where might that be? Why not?
Well, I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will. I promise.
Let's be going then.
Take Theresa to the Broken Wheel Tavern.
Go to taverns a lot, do you?
Sometimes. If I want a proper meal, I have to. You wouldn't want to eat the stuff I cook.
That's true. I haven't forgotten that bet you made back in Skalitz that time.
Don't talk about those oat cakes. Fritz's belly heaves at the very mention, even now.
And that's where you go to woo wenches, is it?
Yeah, naturally. The taverns and baths are where the best ones gather.
You lout.
There's no need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it any way at all.
It's all right. I'm only joking. I don't go picking up women in taverns. I prefer a different sort.
What sort might that be?
All mouth and green eyes.
You're such a...
Come on then.
So, here we are. Shall we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service?
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Oh, lentil mash, maybe?
Is it all right?
It's excellent.
This ale, there's no better in the province.
You know what?
Are we gonna dance?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh, stop.
Really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
All right. Oh,
All right.
it's fine.
Aw.
All right. Oh, very nice. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
My past learner. Oh,
How about a dance with a real man?
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
ah.
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him.
Scrawny.
You got tits like a cow in calf. Ah, that's it. I like a woman to fight.
Oh my
before I
god,
fuck her.
Henry, what the fuck are you doing?
You'll pay for that, boy.
Yeah, alright, we'll see about that. Drunkard. Piece of shit. Come on, you get in on this, smut. No? Okay, Mutt's busy. He's got better things to do. Reputation gained.
My hero. Does it hurt?
Now we're even.
No, you should worry about the other fella.
No.
I'm fine.
Fuck him.
Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby.
So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you.
I'll go to the
Can I
bathhouse.
take you home?
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
Well, you should go in before Peshek starts fretting.
That light's beautiful. Oh my god, Henry.
Oh.
Mm. I must ask Theresa out again in a couple of days. Alright, let's go to bed, Theresa. Oh, we have a point in defense. Great blocking your strikes will cost an opponent 15% more stamina. Oh, weapon cruncher. If you beat your opponent in a clinch, you'll damage his weapon 15% more. A damaged weapon will cause much less damage, as well as its price being greatly reduced. We'll do weapon cruncher. Less damage is always good. Let's go get this decorative crown for Lady Stephanie from Sasau. We've had this quest for a really long time. And we finally get to go to Sasau. And now we should be able to fast travel there. Oh my god, it's such a long way. Something is going to happen for sure. It's too long of a way for it not to. Oh, you see a group of armed men on the road. They don't exactly look friendly, but they haven't noticed you. Oh my god, we haven't saved it. Oh, but we slept. Oh, we should have taken it. Oh well. Alright, let's have a look at this town. It was dark when we were here, so we couldn't really see anything. Charlatan. Do I even want to give him the time of day?
Huh. I know you. I know you from
I
somewhere.
think we spoke in the first or second episode.
Where do I know you from?
What?
Or is this part of the bit? This is the bit.
Of course, my dream.
Oh my god.
You were in a boat made of bone, and I put a crown of thorns.
Oh, I don't even want to fuck with gut people like this. And I don't care. This looks like a really big town.
Are there any problems around here I might be able to help with?
Well, depends what you're willing to do. You're from Skalitz, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
You must know Fritz and Matthew then.
Yes.
Them fellows need to learn some manners.
Oh.
They've been making mischief and folk are getting fed up with them.
Oh.
And it occurs to me, of course, it's your own Skalitz folk need the most help. There's some of them at the monastery. I talked to Johanka a few times. She's working her fingers to the bone taking care of the injured ones there.
Friends.
I'm sure she'd welcome some good Samaritan who'd lighten her load. And that's not all. There was one troublemaker around here not long ago. We dealt with him. He was selling some relics he claimed were miraculous.
Oh,
It was nothing but worthless trinkets.
Oh, is it the
villagers sent the
charlatan?
bloody swindler packing so fast you couldn't see his heels for dust. All the way to Ledechko, I believe.
Okay.
I reckon he won't last long there either. That's all I can think of.
Wow, so our friends are here. Oh, cool. Oh, save your schnapps. Yes, please. $500. Tavern Live, a skill book on alcoholism. How much is it? Yeah, it's $50. It's a skill book, you know. Swordsmith Fink. Oh, is
God
this
be
that
with you.
quest? Is he the one that sings? No, he's not. Do you need help with anything?
Any chance of some work?
Well,
Or
come to
praise or
think,
whatever?
there is one rather delicate matter to attend to.
Okay.
A while ago, a holy man came by here. He said he'd come from the Holy Land, and he was selling various relics he'd collected on his travels to pay his way.
That
see.
sounds like the guy that the
I heard
innkeeper-
he had some fragments of a sacred sword that once belonged to the fabled Czech Queen of Sheba. But by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious
You're so
wares,
gullible.
splinters from our Lord's cross, thorns from the crown. Nothing of interest to me.
And where did the pieces of the sword go?
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around at home for good luck. If I had them, I'd forge them back into a sword, Can you even imagine what power it would command? If you could get me all the pieces of the sword, I'd repay you very handsomely.
It sounds like hogwash. Was the Queen of Sheba really a Czech queen?
Are you sure the Queen of Sheba's a Czech queen?
Who else would she be? Have you not heard of her? Our some priest. She's in the Bible.
Uh-huh.
The thing with the pilgrim seems fishy.
Isn't it a bit strange that some pilgrim would have something so valuable?
Are you suggesting he might have been lying?
No.
Well, people aren't to be trusted, but this is nothing to joke about. God would smite him in a flash if he made light of holy relics that way.
What power did the sword have?
What kind of power did this sword have?
What do you think? It brought its bearer good luck in combat and protection from enemies.
Where can I find the powers?
Like I said, the smith hereabouts bought them from him. They say the largest piece is with the rat-eyed swordsmith. The bastard probably won't want to sell. But if you manage to swipe it somehow...
No. Would you sell me the sword afterwards? I don't... Would you... Okay.
I could do with a sword like that. What if you sold it to me?
Well, everything has its price. But this one would be expensive. Getting hold of the bits is one thing. Forging them back together is quite another. That tinkerer from Ratite couldn't manage it.
Alright.
Well, it does sound very interesting. I'll ask them and see what I can do.
Excellent. You'll see you won't regret it. I'll pay you well.
Oh, is this the guy? There's talk that the Sasau blacksmith uses magic charms when tempering steel, and his counterpart in Ledechko would like to know if there's any truth to it. Oh, okay. Let's have...
The sun he hides be.
Hey,
I'm honoured that you should come to me.
they say you're the best blacksmith around.
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region. That metal you've tempered never breaks.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course some of my pieces have broken, but only ever here, at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
That's all clear enough to me. My father was a blacksmith too.
Father was a blacksmith all my life. He always stoked up the furnace till it roared gently, and you could smell the heated iron. Then he plunged it into the water, and that was that.
Fine words and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, off it goes into the water.
It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. And, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
It's something to think about. Is that all?
And is that all? There's nothing else you do with it?
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow. I just hold it like this at the edge of the furnace for a while, and then quench it again.
You quench twice?
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time, it doesn't get quite so hot.
And how does that help?
Makes
I
it
don't rightly
stronger,
know.
Maybe?
I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed to piss so bad, I left the rod resting by the furnace by mistake. That's how I found out if you quench twice, it doesn't break as easily. No idea why, but I've tried it enough times to know it works.
They say you can cast spells.
I've heard it said that you're a warlock.
What? Why the fuck would they say that?
This fucking idiot.
They say when you temper steel, you chant spells, and then nothing of yours ever breaks.
Spells? That's a good one. It's no spell, just a rhyme to time myself so I don't hold the steel hair too long.
I'm looking for pieces of the Queen of Sheba's sword.
I'm looking for pieces of a sword that a pilgrim from the Holy Land was selling. Would you happen to know anything about it?
I would. Of course I would.
Well,
It's a load of tripe.
Yeah, no
Only a
shit.
fool would have given that trickster a single groschen, and I'm no fool. How about you?
but if he lied about that sort of stuff, it would be a terrible sin.
Don't be so gullible, lad. That bastard never saw the Holy Land. Unless it was in a fresco.
We have $198 left. I just spent some money on some armor. So now we're more kitted out. We have less empty spaces in our armor spaces. I didn't realize that we were so unprotected. Yeah. All right. Back to saving. Back to saving. So I'm happy. We have a new sword and we have more armor. That's good. Skeleton priest. I need you help, Father.
Father, I need your help urgently.
You? I recognize you. You're the skeleton blacksmith's son.
Yes, that I am.
I'm sorry. What did you want?
It may sound strange, but I need you to go back to St. James. The locals need their spiritual shepherd.
No, certainly not, my boy. That's one place I shan't be going back to.
Why? It's your parish.
Why? It is your parish, after all.
A parish that's little but a ruin these days. And besides, God forgive me, but I'm afraid all kinds of ruffians are on the rampage around Skalitz.
Yeah.
It isn't completely safe, but most of them are gone.
No, they're not.
As my father used to say, why take the risk?
How did you get out of Skalitz?
How did you manage to get out of Skalitz?
I didn't. I wasn't there during the raid. I was here at Sasau for confession.
And why aren't you with our folks at Ratai?
Yeah.
What if Sir Radzig has need of you?
Look, here I'm an honoured guest and well cared for.
You will be Ratai.
In Ratai,
too.
there's hardly room enough for the refugees already there.
True.
And what's more, the parish priest doesn't like me. Which happens to be mutual.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
The last thing I want to be doing is haggling with him over where I can sleep or how many slices of bread I'm allowed to eat.
He certainly isn't known for being generous.
No. Why are we doing this? Why do I want to do this? Just leave him alone, you know? Wow, there's more town way over there. Well, what does this dickhead want?
About that strange dream of yours.
I knew you'd be interested. That dream. Yes, that dream has come true.
Oh my god.
I dreamt that a young man would become my apprentice. My own pupil in the trade of miracles.
Me? You can't be serious.
And that's supposed to be me.
Who else? What's your name, young man?
Henry.
Henry. A powerful name. So, Henry, are you ready to become my apprentice?
Who are you?
First, tell me, who are you, and what do you do?
Me? I am an unworthy, low, and miserable servant of Providence. Scholar or merchant, believer or heathen. I wander the world without home or family, with only my wagon, offering miracles to those that need them. That's who I am. Without home or kin, I wander this world with my wagon, providing the miracles that people need. Ointments, relics, aromatic herbs, rare spices, talismans, and amulets for luck. All these
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. What does it entail?
What exactly does it entail, becoming your apprentice?
A lot of work and strenuous labor. Knowledge of medicine, theology, and white magic. You have to study the great works of the ancients and devote your time to understanding your fellow men, listening to them, and learn to read their soul.
That sounds easy.
Nothing to it.
Carrots that'll
That's
make you
why
and your
God
family
has sent
happy.
you.
Onions
So what
that'll
is
make you
Oh,
spirit
become-
happy.
All right, I'll be your apprentice.
Wonderful! Oh, glorious day! I have a successor in my work.
So, how do you plan to start training me?
With a test of your practical skills.
Oh.
Garlic, onions, mushrooms.
I have my
asparagus.
eye on
Come right
3
up. You
rare
need to be
objects
shy.
of great value. But sadly, they're a little difficult to obtain.
I'm not a thief.
But just so we're clear, I'm not stealing anything for you.
Who said anything about stealing?
You said these are valuable things you're after. I don't suppose you can just pick them up anywhere.
Valuable for me because I know their power and strength. For an ordinary mortal, they barely mean anything.
Oh. Well, that's fine then.
First, I need a tooth of Saint Procopius. Then I'll need a branch from a topping out hung on a church. And finally, a talisman for luck. I'm a passionate player.
Bloody hell, that's a lot. All right,
Cucumbers,
one
love
thing
the
at a time.
cucumber.
About that tooth. It's going to be slightly more complicated, isn't it?
I know. Yes, it would be very difficult to gain such a rare relic, of course. That's why I have an alternative solution.
Asparagus,
listening.
they'll cut you in half. And
A
cucumbers,
layman named
that'll cure what
Procopius
ails
lives
you.
by the
Come get
monastery.
them.
And it just so happens, thanks to my intricate medical
I regret.
knowledge, that I
regret
found out
doing
he has a
this.
sick tooth.
How did you find out he has a sore tooth?
As it happens, he told me at the tavern. But that's not important.
And how am I supposed to get the tooth?
I haven't the faintest idea. You'll have to think of something. But maybe you'll be able to persuade him to let the blacksmith pull it.
Wouldn't that be swindling people?
Carrots, beetroot,
It
onions,
is, and
all that grows in
it
the ground,
isn't.
fresh.
If
Come
I
right
sell
up.
that tooth as the tooth of Saint Procopius, then it certainly is deceitful. But if I sell it as a tooth from Procopius of Sasau, then I'm cheating nobody.
Does it really matter whose tooth I bring then?
Of course it does. The name Procopius in this holy land is shrouded with mystical powers. Sometimes I might play a trivial trick on someone, but I assure you, I'm no swindler.
Fine, I'll get it from him.
Wonderful.
This topping out, what's that?
You're not a carpenter, it seems.
No, I'm a blacksmith.
I see.
Garlic,
Well, a
onions,
topping
mushrooms,
out
and
is a
asparagus.
decorated
Come
spruce
right
or
up.
a
No
conifer
need to be
tree
shy.
hung on top of the roof of a new house to bring good fortune and God's blessing.
That topping off is hung pretty high, isn't it?
Naturally. It hangs on the rooftop according
Asparagus,
to
they'll
tradition.
cut you in half.
And the church is
Cucumbers,
tall.
that'll cure
And how am I
what
supposed to
ails
get
you.
it down?
Come get them.
Damned if I know. But they had to get it up there somehow, didn't they?
Very well, I'll get it. This player's talisman, where am I supposed to find it?
I actually have a specific
God, he
one in
talks
mind.
so much.
Here at the inn, there's a dice player who always has a cat's paw with him. That's supposed to bring him luck.
How am I supposed to get the talisman from him?
I haven't a clue. It won't be easy, but I'm sure you'll find a way.
We'll see. A cat's paw? I thought players bring along a rabbit's
Garlic,
paw for luck.
onions, mushrooms, and asparagus.
I thought so
Come
too.
right up. No need
But
to be
this
shy.
man is winning one game after another, so cats are clearly even more powerful than rabbits.
Oh, very well. I'll get you the paw. I'll get looking for those things then.
Excellent! You do that, my journeyman.
Vegetables.
Good luck.
Matthew,
Henry! I'm glad to see you.
you're alive. We know each other. You're alive.
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive!
Of course we're alive. You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
No.
Bollocks! Bloody joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rat-Eye that I got back in my right mind.
And I see you're not doing too badly for yourself. What are you up to?
I'm Sir Radzig's squire. Yeah, right.
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
You've never been too fond of work, but people always need carpenters. Does no one in Sasau need 2 good carpenters?
No one's interested in 2 good carpenters in Sasau.
No one.
Sasau. Well, okay.
And we looked everywhere.
Did you?
You wouldn't happen to know of anything.
It will really help us out right now.
I'll try to help. I'll find you something. Go to hell. I'll do nothing well. I'll try to help.
Well, I can ask around, but I'm not promising anything.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
What can you do?
And where would they hire you to?
Well, We were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
You can go to the mill in Ratai, maybe. Who else survived?
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Theresa. But who knows where she is now? We got separated.
Theresa saved me.
I owe my life to Theresa. She hauled me unconscious to the mill in Ratai and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work? See you later.
Tell Theresa Fritz and Matthew send their regards. Oh, that's so cute. Our friends are alive. I thought that they would be happier. Like, I don't like that they... I don't know. I feel like when we run into people that we knew or that we were friends with, the reunion isn't... It's like they're kind of merely just acquaintances rather than friends, you know? Like, I don't feel that... I mean, Henry's reaction was really good. Like, oh my god, you're alive. But they were just like, yeah, what's up? What are you doing? It's a bit underwhelming, you know? Didn't we need to do something for that idiot with someone at the pub? A local gambler, yeah. What if we select? Let's have a look. See you guys later. Precipitous. Are you the one with the sore tooth?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Hey, Alex. Your tooth must
It doesn't look good.
What? What are you talking about?
Your tooth. I bet it hurts a lot, doesn't it?
How do you know about that?
I can tell. I'm a physician. Oh, we could do that. I heard you complaining about start a fight. You're punching out. I reckon we could do this. I'm a physician.
As a practitioner of the healing arts, I recognise the signs of a sick tooth. You have a bloated face, you're sweating, and the way you breathe is absolutely typical of the condition.
You're a physician?
Isn't that what I said? And if I can give you some advice, you should have it removed. There's a blacksmith down in the town.
No. There's no way I'm putting myself in the hands of that butcher.
I mean, I could give you a little...
But look here, I know about healing. I can go along with you and make sure everything goes as it should.
You do that?
Of course.
Jesus Christ. I'm a grown man and I need an escort.
Yes.
You don't have to be embarrassed. Every man in the world's afraid of having his teeth pulled.
I know, but even so...
Let's go then, and get this over with.
We have to go now. Alright, hopefully it's not too far.
Jesus, it's going to be really painful, isn't it?
Don't worry. It will hurt a little, but then you'll feel relieved. You'll see.
If you say so. I don't know. Isn't it a waste of time? Maybe it'll go away on its own.
Sure.
Are you mad? It won't go away, it'll just get worse. The sooner we get it out, the better.
Yes, you're right.
I love that. I love that a lot. That there's talking while we're escorting, you know, it's a lot more natural, you know, and realistic. I like it. Come on. We're here.
Look, I can't. It's embarrassing. I'm a coward and I won't be able to handle it.
We're almost there. Just be a man about it.
You're right. Let's go.
You can. This is how your way of proving that you're not a coward. Oh my god.
Hold him tight.
Let's do it.
Ah, look.
Jesus
It's out.
Right.
Hey, want to keep it as a memento?
I love it.
Oh, all right.
I was worried that we're going to hear the sounds. I don't like the sounds. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing your Hanka. I wonder what she has to say. Florian? Master Jerome? Who are these people? Oh, I can't talk to them. I can talk to him.
God be with you.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that.
Of course.
We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown,
a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Wiesek, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find the Moldavite.
Replace it with something.
I'd venture that would be a waste of time. Your esteemed merchant is probably long gone, gambling and whoring away the coin he got from selling your stone. If there's no other way, then replace the stone with something else.
Very well, as you wish. Naturally, we take responsibility for the loss and will compensate Lady Stephanie when we see her again. You can come for the crown tomorrow evening.
Okay. We can get the book from here too for our exorcism. This place is kind of cool. Johanka!
But I need more for them.
We can supply you with a few more blankets, but not many.
Look at them. Look at the state they're in.
I know the wounded need caring for.
One of them dragged himself in here with broken ribs, and now he's going to die from pneumonia and starvation.
Look, we're doing the best we can, and this kind of attitude isn't helping. I bid you good day.
One is ever. Hey, Johanka! It's me,
Johanka?
Henry. Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Well, that depends.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
So are you. What's going on here?
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
Can I help?
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How's everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Nobody helps you here?
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Yeah.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
I have healing expertise. I can take a look for myself.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now?
Yes.
And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep. But I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
How are you doing?
And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time.
Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is the guard outside?
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about?
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
Oh, that's something I forgot as well. We have to go back to the Lubosh crime scene to read that thing on the wall because we know how to read now. So I need to remember to do that. Brother Elias, who are you?
And who are you?
Brother Elias.
Elias, what do you do here?
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded back then.
What do you do here exactly?
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse. Sometimes I have to hold a patient down, or fetch and carry things.
God, Nicodemus sounds like some type of philosopher or something. Brother Nicodemus, do you know anything about healing?
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
Oh, we don't have, we didn't get level 3 first aid. I think we have up to level 2. Thank you.
Thank you.
In God's hands, I met Johanka at the monastery and it looks like she's having trouble. Johanka asked me to help the wounded from Skalitz. I should have a look in the infirmary to see how they're doing. The sick in the monastery need some nutritious food. I'll try and find some game meat. They have unsatisfactory conditions in the infirmary. Maybe Infirmus Nicodemus knows more? We need a lot of meat and this is not an activity, so our hunting will actually mean something, I'm assuming. So that'll be fun to do some hunting for this mission here. And we need to do the book Necronomicon, one of the Libri Prohibiti books banned by the church. So there may be one locked away at the monastery. The monks aren't likely to give it to me just for asking nicely though. I'll probably have no choice but to steal it. Alright, so that's what we're doing here among some other little things. Okay, we have a lot to do here. Let's get right into it. I do want to do Johanka's quest actually. Oh God. Monastery infirmary.
These wounds have been well taken care of.
Right, that's good. Brother Nicodemus.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here.
Infirmarius.
Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here, needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
You don't normally treat the wounded?
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this, I've never dealt with the carnage of battle before.
If only it had been a battle. This was cold-blooded slaughter.
You were there? God be merciful to you and the dead and the wounded.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
Wow,
That's true.
judgmental much.
I'm the son of a blacksmith, but I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg? Well, he does his job well. He keeps us safe here. And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment on his rash.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
Well, that's true. He comes to visit Johanka. But he's never here long, and he always leaves unsatisfied.
Why are they so badly provided for?
Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep outside. That can't be good for them.
No.
It gets freezing here at night.
I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets spent.
But I have no say in how much money I'm given. And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking care of a few old men.
Can't you do anything?
Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world. And the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth running of the monastery.
And the local custodian?
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provisions.
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give us anything.
I'll try to talk to him.
How can you leave your brothers in Christ in this state?
I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Skalitz locals in such a state.
I mean, he can't do anything.
I know. I'm shamed. But my brothers believe it's all in God's hands now.
I thought it wasn't his call. I thought that he's just not given enough money.
Even so, conditions here seem to me quite unchristian.
You're not the only one.
Insomniac. Relatable.
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
Well,
what are you making such a fuss about?
He can't sleep.
Fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
I'll help you. What about going somewhere else? I'll help you.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it quickly. May the Lord watch over you.
Find something to help the insomniac fall asleep.
Everything here is fine.
This reminds me of the Fallout New Vegas quest where we had to go around and heal everyone if we could. Quarryman Simic.
Yeah, where? What's happening?
You're not from Skalitz.
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
Ooh, what's happened?
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well,
Ooh.
and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
Why don't you want to stay?
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor.
Yeah.
It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian can set on us.
How can I help?
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it.
It's not Valerian,
Herbarium,
is it?
anything.
I'll try to find
Or
something.
Wolfsbane?
Thank
or...
you. Thank you.
Huh? Damn. Why are you waking me?
Oh, sorry. You look alright.
You look alright?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the cumins wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing.
Okay. I have bandages.
I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful.
10?
Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
Shit. Oh my god. I can do it myself.
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
A long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then.
He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly.
What happened to Philip?
What happened to Philip?
Philip?
He's unconscious. He's shivering and he has a fever.
Ah, I didn't know that. When he first came here, he was fine. No wounds on him. He was escorting the others. Then he got worse and worse until he lost consciousness entirely. Ask Johanka. Maybe she'll know more.
Do you know anything about herbs?
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
I just won't get any
Herbs.
sleep.
Sorry.
Purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Valerian?
Some of the brothers like a good sleep. And sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks. I'd like to learn something from you.
And what can you do?
A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise, do you understand herbs and medicinal plants?
A little bit, a tiny bit, not much.
To be honest, not really.
So what am I supposed to do with you? Well, never mind. At least you'll learn something new. Go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds. Is that clear?
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
I understand. Where is it that they're not supposed to grow? How will I recognize them?
How can I tell them apart?
You see, this is the part where you learn something. Look in the herbarium to find out what a dandelion, stinging nettle, and thistle look like.
Where is it they're not supposed to grow?
Between the mint and the eyebright. Once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back. And woe betide you if you pull up anything but weeds.
Don't worry, you've never had as good a gardener.
This is probably where the book is. Behind a very hard lock. Brother Porter.
Can I take a look inside the monastery?
What's got into you, boy? The grounds inside the monastery belong to the monks of the Order of Saint Benedict. No others shall pass.
Well, that's not very Christian, you know? Oh. There's even more. Shit, this place is huge. Hey.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Who owns this house?
Whose house is this?
It's our local custodians.
Ooh.
The most esteemed Sir Sebastian, Baron von Berg.
You don't think much of him, do you?
You don't seem to think very much of him.
Well, of course I do. A man with a nose so stuck up that it acts as a rain funnel can't be all bad.
What is a custodian anyway?
What does the custodian do anyway?
Well, he's meant to look after the local community and keep the peace.
But
Meant to.
But in fact, he seems more interested in robbing everyone blind.
I'm much obliged.
I'm much obliged.
Don't mention it.
You look bored.
You look bored.
Beyond tears.
How can you be bored here in Sasau? It's such a holy place, filled with knowledge.
Don't even talk to me about it. They won't let you touch the books. They don't want to talk to you.
Knowledge
and when I
to
wanted
them,
to look at the
not
remains
you.
of St. Procopius, at least, they ran me off. Me! Like some kind of thief.
Yeah.
What good is the whole blasted monastery if I can't even do that?
There's not much left of poor Procopius. Maybe I could help you.
Maybe I could help you.
How? You're not planning some mischief, are you?
Definitely not.
No, not at all. I was going to bring you something from the cave under the monastery where he spent his time. You can get in there, you could touch it for luck, and then I'd return it.
Oh, now. You'd do that for me?
Of course.
Then I'd be very grateful to you.
Look at all these chests up here. Oh, custodian scribe. Let's close this door and have a bit of fun. Oh, there's someone here. Oh, the custodian. Hey, bitch, get up.
God be with you.
God, it's so dark in here. Supplies.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Does she ever talk about me?
Supplies for the Skeleton locals. Yeah, a little.
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalitz. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
You're the custodian? Maybe because of your hanker?
Maybe because of Johanka.
What precisely are you getting at?
She has a kind heart.
Uh-huh.
Everyone can see how deeply she cares about the wounded. If you help her selflessly, it'll win her over. She's bound to be impressed.
Maybe you're right. It will cost me something, but I'll discuss it with Nicodemus. I should be able to help in some way. God be with you.
When he asked if Johanka talked about him, and I said a little, I wanted to be like, yeah, that you're a creep. That you won't leave her alone. But no, this works as well. Back to bed. I wonder if we can rob anything here while he sleeps. So far, so good. It's like this room was made for robbing. Look how enclosed his bed is. And look at all these chests. What do you expect me to do, you know? Not rob? Very hard. Can't do that one. Oh, so we've cleared this place out. New outfit. And I just spent so much money buying more armor. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just rely on finding stuff. I'm supposed to pull up all the nettles, thistles, and dandelions. Okay, nettles, thistles, dandelions. Shit, there's still more. Oh my god. I always think that I'm done, but I'm not. Well, I have spent so long weeding this fucking garden, and I can't see anything. I can't see any more thistles, nettles, or dandelions. It's fucking daytime now. I've been weeding that garden for I think 40 minutes, and it still hasn't cleared. I'm losing my fucking mind. So we have a speech perk. When a trader loses patience with you during haggling, you can get one more chance to make another offer. Increases your speech skill when haggling. You have a 50% higher reputation when you talk to women, and a +1 speech bonus, so you can persuade them more easily. And you can avail of bath wenches services for free. Trustworthy middlemen. Merchants will be more willing to buy stolen items from you. We'll get troubadour. Women just melt at the sight of me. I dealt with those weeds.
It's done.
Did you weed the beds and leave what should be growing there alone?
Yes, I did. Not a leaf wasted.
Not a leaf wasted.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to check with my own eyes.
Oh my god. A handful of poppy, one of thistle, and one of herb. Drop the poppy in the cauldron and boil for 1 ton. Alright, taking a picture. Prepare oil. Drop the poppy in the cauldron. Okay. Drop the poppy in the cauldron. Oh wait, I have to turn the fire on. And then we have to add the thistle.
Quiet!
And boil for 1 more. Leave to cool and then add the herb Paris. Oh yes, we did it! I've got something for you.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you.
Because
Good luck to you.
Nicodemus couldn't do that. Can I have a reward for my weeding?
Were you satisfied with my weeding?
Probably not.
You're a fine fellow.
Oh.
Truly, I couldn't have done a better job myself.
Wow.
You're a herbalist at heart. Here's the
Shit.
reward. You earned it. Goodbye.
So I made myself sick doing that for so long, thinking that the game would just tell me when I completed it. The area was still yellow, yeah, when I left, so I just assumed I didn't finish it. Oh, do you need help again?
Need any more help?
Knowledge of herbal remedies always comes in handy. Listen up. We have some new brothers who are meant to help me with the wounded, but not all of them know their medicinal herbs as well as I'd hope. They'll have to be taught.
I'm not much of a teacher.
I should imagine not. But you won't be doing any teaching. Just helping me put together our new herbarium. I shall need all of the herbs mentioned in the old one.
I'll be right back.
That sounds easy. I'll be right back.
Don't be so sure. Some of the herbs are shy little things, prone to hiding from sight. When you've collected one of each, come back for your reward. One more thing. Bring me some old book or other. We'll scrape off the old ink to make a palimpsest, and use the blank pages for the herbarium.
An old book. Very well.
Goodbye.
Ew, just spit. Goodbye. I've already got them all. Woohoo! Get hold of an old book. I already got an old book. Awesome. Alright, we've done it. I think I've got everything you wanted.
I've got those herbs you wanted.
Let me see if you have everything. Are you trying to waste my time?
Come
back when you have all the herbs.
I thought I did. Now I've got all the herbs and an old book. Alright, we need sage. Johanka. Oh, there she is. Johanks.
Greetings, Henry.
What's wrong with the man with the bandaged leg?
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God. There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
I hate these people. I fucking hate these. Not Johanka. I fucking hate these monks and these people. They're so useless. What about the Rata executioner? I'll straighten his leg.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
I don't want
You?
I'll give it a go. It's not like I can make it any worse.
So you don't know anything. Don't even think about touching that poor man.
Oh, okay. What about the Rata executioner?
What about the executioner from Ratai? He usually breaks bones, but he might know something about mending them too.
The executioner? Even if you could persuade him to come, they'll never let him in here.
Well, maybe it would be enough if he advised me and then I tried...
Look, do whatever you want. I have to go and take care of the others.
Ask the executioner. Semek's complaining about pains.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbours are dying here. You're friends. There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises. Oh, honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
What happened to Philip?
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days among the corpses. If he got poisoned.
Yeah.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
So where is he? Yeah.
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
Oh my god. Alright, purple herb. Or maybe we can find sage here as well. I really like sage. That reminds me, I haven't had sage in a long time. I forgot all about it. Alright, so I think this is the purple flower. Comfrey. Hopefully I have what
Hopefully
you need.
I have what you need.
I already had some. Oh my god.
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better. If you find the time, stop by to see me in a few days.
Take care now.
Alright. Hopefully he's like, ooh.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication.
Take a hint,
I would
bitch.
like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace.
She's been
You certainly
Matthias.
have
Must be
earned.
dead. Haha.
What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
Excuse me? What do you mean who let me in? Huh?
Taking care of the wounded,
Yeah.
as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
This will be fun. Johanka doesn't need anything from you. How about having the banquet here? I won't interlude. We're equal in speech. Johanka doesn't need anything from you. How about I do that?
Johanka doesn't
Oh.
need anything from you. Good man.
You will talk to me in an appropriate manner, you maggot. Understand?
I talk to everyone the way they deserve.
I talk to everyone the way they deserve.
Oh, fist pump.
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
Oh, okay. Shit. Alright. It's our first jail time. You learned jail. Woo! Freedom! What an asshole. Poor Johanka. Fucking hell. Johanka, how are you?
Henry, how are you?
I just got out of jail. The custodian is obnoxious.
That custodian Sebastian is really obnoxious.
He can be unpleasant, but in his own way. I don't know.
She's just
You can't be
coping.
serious.
She's just coping.
What's that supposed to mean? At least he was here, unlike you, the whole time. And anyway, mind your own business. Farewell.
Alright.
What's going on now? You didn't get any brew?
The brew's gone.
You could have saved some.
I know, but I didn't. Can you get me more?
This is the last time.
This is the last time. Here you go. And save some of it. I don't want to hear you ranting again tomorrow.
Thank you.
You have sage. Oh my god. I think I've got everything you
I've
wanted.
got those herbs you wanted.
Let me see if you have everything. Excellent. You
Yes.
have all the plants. I'll take those from you. And what of the book? Did you remember to bring it?
I certainly did. Here it is.
Did I even read this? Oh yeah, that's the one we read. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you for everything. I'll set someone the task of scraping away the old ink and making the herbarium.
It was my
Okay.
pleasure.
Ooh, yes. Alright, that's it.
Thank you.
Horse snip. If your horse has enough fragrant herbs in its saddlebag, it will shy less. Botanist. The herbs you sell have a 15% higher price. Leg day. Herb picking activity will add experience to your strength stat too. Yeah, alright, we'll do leg day. God, we really need to go to the mill. We have so many stolen goods, but we're going to have to ride all the way there. All right, let's go. We have a lot of books to read, so I want to do that so we can sell them. Oh, a new perk. Woohoo! In the flow, when reading, you will get tired and hungry twice as slowly as normal. Art connoisseur, the first time you look at a fresco, cross, or wayward shrine, your charisma will increase temporarily. Avid reader, your level of study of the book you've read most of will advance automatically while sleeping or skipping time. Cushion, if you're sitting comfortably, you get a double reading bonus. What does that mean though, sitting comfortably? Like what? Like on a bench or? We'll do avid reader. Alright, so I would like to go to Rovna. Oh, that's far away too, isn't it? That's near Skalitz. Alright, we're fast traveling. Father Simon from Skalitz knows about poisoning and should be able to help Philip, but he left years ago. They're still talking Rovna of him being seen though. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to find out if there's any truth to the rumors. This building here really intrigues me. Oh, of course it'll be here. It's a church. Nothing here. Okay, I'm trying to find Father Simon, but apparently it's a little bit funny with this quest. He's not in Rovna. It says he's in Rovna, but apparently he's somewhere in Skalitz. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to figure this out or... yeah. Okay, oh shit, you've come across a pilgrim on the road. Here's clear time to pass it. Yeah, okay, examine. What's up? Riddler?
How are you with riddles,
Okay. I'm alright.
How about a small wager, my good man?
That depends. A wager over what?
It's simple. I tell you a riddle. If you solve it, you get back twice the sum you wager.
Oh my
if
God.
you don't, I get to keep your coin.
Who are you?
Who might you be, anyway?
Me? No one important. But you can be sure of one thing, lad. I walk the world, collecting riddles, stories, and sometimes arms. I live from day to day. But enough of my babbling. Do you want to engage your mind?
Yeah, right. Accept.
That sounds good. Let's do it.
Now, listen
Alright,
carefully.
Okay. Alright.
In the feast hall on the table are 10 candles. Suddenly, a gust of wind throws open the window and blows out 2 candles. A little later, another candle goes out. The servant, therefore, closes the hall window. Now the wind cannot blow out any more. So how many candles can the servant find to relight the following morning in the hall?
0.
None.
No, my fine
They're-
fellow.
they're in
correct
the
answer is
dining.
3. While the wind blows out 3, 7 burn down completely overnight, so the next day only 3 can be rekindled. Oh,
But-
don't you fret. Very few people can figure out my riddles. So, I thank you, and may we meet again sometime.
I thought they were in the dining hall.
Not if I
they
see
were,
you first.
They were in the dining room. And then he said, how many candles in the hallway? Well, none, because they weren't in the hallway. All right, we need to go back to Sasau to get the crown for Lady Stephanie. Finally, we've had that quest for so long. Along the way, you heard muffled noises from the nearby undergrowth. Let's avoid success. Yay. I don't think we have, our armor's not good enough. I don't think. Hey, bitch.
Welcome, pilgrim.
Give him the items.
I went to look for those items you wanted.
Splendid, splendid. So, show me what you've got left.
The tooth of layman Procopius, which definitely isn't holy.
It isn't. But then again, one day it could be. You never know what course a man's life might take.
I suppose not. But it wasn't easy to get. So if anyone's the miracle worker here, it's me.
Calm now, don't exaggerate.
That will be all for now. I'm looking for a piece of the remains of St. Procopius.
Are you now? And who would that be for?
For a friend.
For a friend. He'd like to have something holy to treasure.
Quite a reasonable fellow. I have his very tooth.
Hold on. I only just brought you that.
And you were well paid for it.
Unfortunately, that won't do. I need actual holy relics.
And isn't every virtuous person holy in a way?
Perhaps, but not everyone has miraculous powers.
Oh, hey, gambler. You look pretty
God be with
sleazy. Please tell us.
You must be that lucky fellow everyone's talking about.
Lady Luck has been good to me lately, true enough. But that can change quicker than you know.
People say that you get help from a lucky charm.
Is that not allowed?
No, it is. It just interests me, that's all.
Why?
I could use one myself.
I could use a paw like that myself.
Then go to the knacker. I'm sure he'll get you one.
I'll buy it.
I'll buy it from you.
You want to buy my cat paw? You're joking.
No, I'm not. I'll buy it. How much do you want for it?
120.
Since it's you.
It'll take more than that to persuade me. See? In the end, it brought me more luck than I thought.
Ew. Here you go, freak.
The ravens told me you were coming.
1 cat paw for luck?
Marvelous. Let's just hope it brings us luck as well.
That will be all for now.
My respects to you.
What about the crown? Is it finished?
I'm a man of my word. Of course it's finished. Here you have it. Such a shame you couldn't find the Moldavite. It's rather lackluster without it.
It's your problem. It's your fault. It's not my fault. It's a shame I couldn't find it. So it's because of me. Oh god, the audacity of some of these people. Seriously. Okay, now apparently we have to shoot this with our bow and arrow. There we go. Worth it, I'm sure. At least we got some chests unlocked. Alright. You've reached a new level in bow. Ooh. Oh, a new perk, drinking. Loose tongue. When drinking, you get a +1 bonus on speech and charisma. When hungover, these stats drop by 1. That's fine. True slab. You get drunk on 50% less alcohol, saving your hard-earned groschen, and your hangover the next day lasts only half as long. But bear in mind that getting drunk quickly brings both the positive and negative effects of alcohol. We'll go loose tongue. Oh, good morning. Let's go see this stupid charlatan. Hopefully I haven't just wasted my time on this stupid quest. I really didn't want to do it, but like I said, it was annoying me seeing that star on my map.
I see you carry a message.
I went to look for those items you wanted.
Splendid, splendid. So show me what you've got, lad.
A branch from a blessed topping out.
Excellent. And how did you get it down?
I had to shoot it down.
Watch out for this man. He's a regular William Tell.
Well, there wasn't any other way.
So, we've got all that sorted out. And now, to the next matter.
Oh my god, what? My reward.
So, about my reward.
Not so fast, young man. There's one more thing. It's rather complicated and, delicate.
What thing?
A shroud.
A shroud?
Yes. A burial shroud of someone who passed away not too long ago.
You want me to take a dead person's clothes?
I'm just supposed to take a dead person's clothes?
Christ, no. I need a burial shroud. The precious enveloping garment in which the deceased is buried.
Does it matter who I take it from?
And does it matter who I take it from?
It needs to be someone who lived an honest life. And I have just the fellow, a good man by the name of Lokota, who recently passed on.
Right. So where can I find him?
His family is waiting for the funeral. For now he's lying in the small church in Sasau.
And who was this Lokota?
I know only a little, but according to the locals, he was an honorable man. You should certainly try to ask around.
What do you... I want to talk to you.
God be with you.
Deceased.
I see one of your kin's passed away.
My old father. We're all gonna miss him.
Can I say my farewells? You're clearly a dutiful son.
I see you're taking care of your father like a true Christian.
I'm trying.
My father, God rest his soul, deserves nothing less.
How have you made sure his soul can depart peacefully? Oh my god, and what about his sins? Okay.
And have you made atonement for his sins?
What? Why? Do you think that's necessary?
Of course. Hell is waiting for him. Even a good man sins sometimes.
I'm sure he was a good Christian, but no man's entirely free of sin. If you want to be sure his soul can depart in peace, you'd be wise to take care of that.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, if my father's soul is at risk because of me, I'll never forgive myself. What should I do?
Give me his shroud.
Don't worry. It usually only requires a trifle. All you have to do is donate some of his belongings to those in need of charity.
Right. But what? Money? Or food?
I love the echo when we're in the church. It's really cool.
Something more personal. Maybe his funeral shroud.
Of course. That's a good idea. I'll take it to someone needy right away.
I'm someone needy. I could do it myself if you like. 9, 10. You need to watch over your father. I'll do it. Yeah, right. You need to watch over your father. I'll do it.
Wait a moment. You have to watch over your father. I'll take it to them.
You do that for me? Thank you. Go to the infirmary at the monastery. There's a lot of people in need there.
I have the shroud for you.
Have you now? Good work.
Yes, well, it wasn't easy.
I'm sure. That's also why God be with you.
What?
That's where he lives. Let's teach him a lesson.
He's
Oh,
inside. I saw him go
Fuck.
in.
Henry, delay them.
What?
How? There's a reward for you in the trunk. I'll see you in Ledechko.
Come on.
Break it down.
Do it.
What are you doing here?
It's not. He's not here anymore.
He swindled me, too. I came here to throw his potions in his face, but it looks like he hasn't been home for a while. He probably ran away before his trickery could catch up with him.
Bastard. Either way, he'd better not show his face in this town again. Let's go.
Gosh. Wow. You know what? He's alright. He's alright. Okay. Alright. Look, I can tolerate him. I definitely can tolerate him. Okay, now let's go to Talmberg and finally give Lady Stephanie her things. You've been ambushed by unknown armed men. Defend yourself. No, we're fleeing.
What did you
Oh my god. Come on! Fuck! Get on! Get on! Run, run, run! Run, run, run! Ooh. Oh, fucking hell! You've come across a pilgrim. Okay. More riddles. Oh no.
I've got this plan.
He has a weapon.
What's it about?
An offer you can't refuse. The finest goods at an incredible price.
Show me the goods.
All right. Show me what you're selling.
As you wish.
First of a line of demonic dice. Okay. Alright. Thanks, I guess.
The Lord save you. What do you need?
I bought the wine.
I brought the wine.
Wonderful, wonderful. No wedding is complete without good wine. Find somewhere here to put it down. I'll send for a servant to bring it later. I hope you had no problems acquiring it.
Problems? I don't know the meaning.
Problems? Huh. I don't know the meaning of the word.
As if I didn't know you.
Bought the crown.
I brought you the crown from the master engraver.
Henry, you are a gem. Wait. There was supposed to be a large Moldavite placed here. What's this?
The Moldavite got lost along the way from Prague. I arranged for it to be replaced with something else.
Ah, I understand. Even so, Henry, I'd prefer to decide on such matters myself.
Well, you weren't there, were
so
you?
What's next?
So why did you... I bought the roan.
I brought the roan, my lady.
That's wonderful. There weren't any problems with it, I hope.
Nothing serious.
Nothing too serious. He's a little wild, but I was able to handle him in the end.
Well, that won't do. Sophie can't have some wild horse at her wedding starting a stampede.
If you sing to him, he calms down.
But I've learnt a trick. If you sing to him, he calms down.
You sang to a horse?
It's quite true, I'm afraid. I sang to a horse.
Well, then you'll have to sing something to me, too.
My lady, I don't know if I...
So I know how to calm down that roan. Go ahead, sing.
Two horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to, my maiden so fair?
Oh, how beautiful. I'm not surprised the horse calmed down after hearing such a lovely voice.
Totally.
Anyway, I'll think about what to do with the roan. But thank you, Henry.
How may I be of service, my lady?
What can I do for you, my lady?
Nothing. You've done enough. And now I'd like to reward you.
That's not necessary, my lady. You taking the time to see me is reward
Money,
enough.
money, money.
Come now, Henry. No need for such modesty. I appreciate everything you've done for me, as well as your company. And there's something I'd like to give you.
Okay.
This shirt was my father's. He was built very much like you.
I need some armor.
Broad shoulders, strong chest. It should fit you just right.
But I can't accept this. It's too valuable.
Henry,
It's too valuable to be left to the mercy of moths. It doesn't fit my husband well, and I've no one else to give it to. What's more, if you were to leave us again, I'd like you to have something to remember me by, so you don't forget me.
I could never forget you, my lady.
Well
Oh
then,
my God.
won't you try it on at least?
What? Right now?
Why not? Don't worry, I won't look. I'll turn my back.
And what
you
if
can
your
look if
husband
you
comes
like.
in?
He won't. Neither will anyone else.
I'm not going to strip here, all right.
All right, then.
I feel truly blessed to have you here. So long I yearned for young company.
Young company.
I really
oh my
feel God
God.
heard my prayers and sent you to me.
I'm ready.
My, you do look handsome. As fine as any gentleman. When I was a little girl, there were always lots of other children around and young men and women of the court. It was so merry. I always hoped it would be like that when I was grown up too. But it was not God's plan.
You and Sir Divish had no children.
She has had
No.
a hard life.
No, alas, we were not blessed.
No.
Twice I was with child, but they did not live. And now I fear there's no hope for me.
My lady.
Oh wow, we didn't even choose.
Forgive me, my lady. I shouldn't have.
I don't mind.
She wants it, Henry. She's always wanted it. Ooh, we'll go on a date with Theresa in the morning. Vitality. Ooh. Hi, Divish.
Greetings. What do you need?
I hope all is well in your fiefdom.
God save, my lord. I hope things are peaceful in your fiefdom.
Peace? Peace is rare in these times. But right now I'm more troubled by politics than warfare.
What's wrong?
The monastery stalled the purchase of stone and everything connected to the building project. And now I find out it's because of the quality of the stone blocks, or so they say. I don't believe a word of it. It looks like profiteering to me.
Oh, what happened with the stone?
What do they say is wrong with the stone?
Supposedly there was an accident when one of the stone blocks broke loose, fell, and killed someone.
Ooh.
But the quarrymaster swears by all the saints it isn't possible. He says he sends only the best stone, and I believe him. He's reliable and an experienced quarryman.
What's the monastery trying to get out of this?
Profiteering? What's the monastery trying to accomplish?
To lower the price. What else? We've already given them a fair price, and they still delay with payment. Or worse.
Worse? You mean they'll stop paying completely?
You could put it that way. They're looking for an excuse to back out of the contract and find another quarry where they'll be able to secure a more favorable deal.
And is anyone dealing with the problem?
Well, my chamberlain is in charge of it, as always. But all he's done is send them a letter. He says putting more pressure on the monastery could provoke them. Those are his words.
So there's nothing else that can be done?
I don't know. I've been thinking about taking a more direct approach. But I expect the chamberlain won't even hear of it. He'll just keep on sending them polite letters and hoping that does the trick.
Can I help?
I could help with this.
Do you think this is a job for you? You aren't even in my service.
I do serve Sir Radzig. He knows he can rely on me when he needs me. I've never let him down.
This is true. So do you want to go to Sasau and ask about the stone?
Sasau again. I'll do it.
Yes, I'll do it.
Good. I'd like you to ask about the stone and keep your ears open. See if they aren't talking about another quarry.
I'll do my best. Hopefully they'll talk to me.
They will. You ride in my name, so don't forget to remind them of it. God be with you.
All right.
I heard that the monastery's causing problems.
Well, it may seem that way to someone who's unfamiliar with this specific case, but in fact, the situation is far more complex.
So they aren't buying less stone, and it isn't taking them longer to do everything?
Well, yes, these things are happening, of course, but it's hardly the first time. It's common practice. I've written them a courteous letter, and the matter will be settled again soon.
And what if they're looking for another quarry, with better stone at a better price?
That's ridiculous. Nothing but idle rumors. I haven't received an official complaint from the monastery, and so all is well. As I've said, we just need wait, and this will all be resolved.
I don't think we should talk here, Stephanie, but... Oh, we can't speak. That's fair, that's fair. Alright. Sorry. I want to go to the mill and speak with Theresa about Fitz and Matthew. Let's eat something so our speech isn't impaired in any way.
So what are we to do with you, Henry?
Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
Sasau.
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're struggling. Healthy, but they have problems.
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees, and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in Ledechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Want to do something again?
Would you like to get up to some more mischief? It was fun the last time.
Yes, it was. I'm a bit surprised you thought so too.
Why? Oh, yeah.
Although a girl doesn't get a chance to tend the wounds of a gallant defender every day. It's quite late to be going out somewhere just now. Will you come tomorrow?
I want to go into Ratai town. Because I remember those bandits or whoever they were, I sent them here. So I want to know, I want to see if anything has happened. Everything seems fine. Oh, the executioner's here. Our friend, the executioner. Okay.
Thank you, Hal. Thank you.
Think nothing of it. The main thing is everything worked out well.
It did, thank you. And I want you to have this. God almighty. I've got Alishka. After all these years, me, the executioner, has the woman he loves.
Ooh, thank you. Is everything alright?
What's going on? The folk in town are talking about you.
Are they?
They shat on me. That's what.
What? Who did?
All of them.
Slowly, from the beginning.
Wait. Tell me again from the start.
All right, if you want.
Oh, Hans.
They caught Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and a fellow named Harold that everyone calls Frost. They're scum who've been hunted for months. Now they've finally been caught, there's a big execution being prepared.
Okay.
Folk will come from miles around to watch.
Well, that's a good thing for you, isn't it?
It would be, if I was fucking doing it.
Isn't it your job to carry out all the executions? What can we... Yeah, isn't it your job?
Isn't it the custom for you to do all the executions in Rattay?
It is. Not just the custom, but by bloody right. You're not being replaced, they said. This is just a loan of Gallows Hill.
What? There must be a reason for it.
Well, there must be some reason for it.
If you know of one, spit it out.
So who's doing the job?
They invited Executioner Heinz all the way from Kuttenberg. They say it's going to be a big show.
Yeah, well, that's why.
Have I ever fucked up an execution? I always behead them in one blow. And when his lordship wants to drag out a hanging, I leave them kicking for minutes. If he wants it quick, they're stiff as soon as I drop them. And they push me aside like that, after all these years of service.
What can we do about it?
What can we do about it?
Nothing. His lordship's decided, and that's that.
You shouldn't just accept this. It'll be worse next. What do you mean? You shouldn't. I mean, I don't want to tell him he shouldn't. What's he gonna do, you know? I don't want him to get in trouble. It'll be worse next time. What does that mean? Oh my god.
Nothing? You think they should be allowed to get away with this?
Well, no, but...
You have the right to executions in Rattay, don't you?
I most certainly do.
Then you're in the right. Don't tell me you can't think what to do about it.
The trouble is, they already paid the executioner and he's come here along with his assistants.
We can't stop the executions. Unless Heinz drops dead on the spot.
I won't kill.
Which we don't want.
Indeed not. The best thing would be if he fucked up the executions. The famous Kuttenberg executioner can't handle the job. The mob would laugh him out of town and beg me to take over. They'd never invite him here again.
Great, so how do we go about it?
The problem is, I don't know what the sentences will be. They'll only announce them just before the executions, and then it'll be too late to do anything.
How about getting him drunk? How about setting them free? How about getting him drunk?
Can't we just get him blind drunk?
That wouldn't work. He's no beginner. And even if we did get him drunk, they'd just postpone the executions till he's sobered up.
How about setting them free?
Suppose I liberate the convicts.
Why the hell would you do that?
Well, it would be an embarrassment, and then...
Only for Rattay,
Exactly.
you dolt.
Yeah.
Not for the executioner.
Yeah.
Would the bailiff know more?
Maybe. But most likely only Heinz will know the sentence. I've got an idea, though. Will you help me?
Of course.
Great. Thank you, Henry.
So where should I start?
Find out from the bailiff what their crimes are, and then have a look in the Black Chronicle at the Rat House.
Oh, the
It goes
Rat
back
House.
before my time. You're bound to find records of some similar offenders in it. You need to find people who committed the same crimes and came from the same sort of background, noble or lowborn. That way you can find out what the appropriate punishments are.
Then come back to me, and we'll work out what to do.
I'll get moving.
And Henry?
Hmm?
They want to do the executions on my gibbet at Gallows Hill. I can hold them up for a while, but probably no more than a week.
I'll bear that in mind.
I need help with a wounded man from Sasau.
Oh? Aye. What's his problem, then?
Do you know anything about broken bones?
No, Henry. If you want to rough someone up, then you can go elsewhere. I'm an executioner, not a thug.
No, it's not that. The exact opposite, actually.
What's happening?
There's a man in Sasau with a badly broken leg. They tried to straighten it, but now he's unconscious, and he just keeps getting weaker.
And the monks won't touch him?
Yeah, that's
They
right.
don't do anything.
They say it's in God's hands.
True enough. But it doesn't mean we can't help him, too. Where's the leg broken?
Above the ankle.
All right, listen. They won't let me in to see him, but it's not all that hard to deal with. There are 2 bones there, most likely both broken. One of them probably didn't set, or it set badly. You can find both of them by feeling for them. If he's lost weight, it'll be all the easier.
You have to find the place where the break is and get the two parts together. But the pain will be agonizing. He'll scream like a wounded beast and flail around all over the place. You'll have to get some strong fellows to hold him down so he doesn't do himself a worse injury. Don't be afraid to dig your fingers right into the flesh. And don't let the screaming put you off.
Oof. All right. Hopefully I'll be able to do it.
You will. Good luck, Hal.
Hans.
How are you, Henry?
I'm good. I can't talk to you though. Oh well. Nothing just yet. Soothsayer.
Vegetables!
Young
fresh
sir,
vegetables!
I can see your
smell.
future.
Aren't they
All the
lovely?
joys and tribulations yet to come are written in your palm, and I can read them there.
Why not? So, what fate awaits me, good wife?
Carrots and apples
Things will
picked
get
today to
worse,
put a smile
and
on
then
your face.
they'll get better. You'll always be going here and there, back and forth. God has his own plans for you, just as he does for everyone, but yours are different. It's written in your palm, indeed it is.
Garlic,
Thank you.
onions,
Here's your coin.
mushrooms and asparagus.
I thank you,
Come right
Goodwin.
up. No need
There's
to be
not
shy.
many who treat me as kindly as you have. May God be with you.
God be with you.
Oh, what? Failed? Okay. I wouldn't have been, as if I would have, that's bullshit. How am I supposed to know the time limits and which missions have times and which ones don't and how much time I have? There's just so much to do, you know, which I'm not complaining about. I like it. But like when there's a time limit, it's very stressful and confusing, you know? You're running in, okay. Yeah, right. Yes, that's what I wanted. We are going to do, I know what we're going to do. We're going to do mule. You can carry 20 pounds more. Yes. I'm really bummed out about that leg mission. Oh, we have to have our date with Theresa today. Can't stand her up. We'll read a book until the morning and then we can go on our date. You can't focus on reading anymore. You've read enough today, okay? Theresa is still sleeping. Maybe we'll get a few hours nap as well while she's sleeping. Just maybe 2. So we don't get tired in the middle of our date, you know?
Do you still feel like doing something together?
Shall we play Blind Man's Buff?
What's that?
That's really what you want to do?
I know it's a game for children, but I always liked it, and I won't feel stupid playing it with you.
All right, why not?
Good. Then follow me. Nobody will see us here in this barn.
Are you shy?
It's a game for little children. Of course I'm embarrassed.
Well, adults play it too, you know.
But only when they're drunk.
Okay.
I'll cover my eyes.
Well, they do say love is blind.
Cheeky boy. But this is a game you won't be winning. I've got ears sharper than a bat's.
And I'm as stealthy as a cat. You'll never find me.
We'll see. But if you leave the barn, you lose.
Why don't I have Why don't I have shoes on?
Come on, spin me around. What are you waiting for?
Blind I may be, deaf I'm not. Make a sound, and you'll get got. How does it go after that?
It doesn't matter. Go and hide.
You're gonna hurt yourself, Theresa. Hide.
I bet you're here. No? What? Ha! Got you. What was that? Was that you?
No, I'm not moving. Could be Mark. Ooh, stealth.
You're a sneaky one. How come I didn't hear you?
Whoa,
Oh
what the
no!
fuck?
I've left clothes out to dry. We have to bring them in before they get soaked.
I'm not gonna let her win. Like, what the fuck? We're playing a game.
Oh no, it's completely soaked.
You'll have to put it by the stove to dry.
No, that would just make it reek of smoke. Help me bring it to the hay.
I'm not gonna, that's just letting her win. It's just like pandering and fucking treating her like a child, Like, I would get annoyed if someone purposely let me win.
It's sopping wet.
Oh.
Not afraid of thunderstorms, are you?
Not anymore.
Shouldn't we spread the linen out?
Henry, hush now.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Theresa with her hair down. Love heart. Smitten. Oh, when you're smitten by love, the world seems more beautiful than before. And maybe you seem more beautiful to the world. After spending time with your beloved, your charisma is temporarily increased by 3. Oh, hey Theresa. About me and you.
About that evening.
Ah, yes.
It was morning.
I never thanked you properly for helping me with the laundry.
Laundry.
That storm would have carried it off to God knows where.
Oh, I think you thanked me enough. But next time we should take shelter somewhere else. That hayseed gets into places it shouldn't and itches like mad.
Henry, you donkey. You really know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you? And anyway, what do you mean by next time? Just what exactly do you have in mind for the two of us?
We'll be together. Best not to talk. What do you want?
How do you see things?
Me? Well, when you're not behaving like a total nincompoop. I kind of like being with you.
I behave like a nincompoop.
Yes, like now answering a question with another question. How do you see it with us, Henry? If I really must say it, I like you very much. And you saved my life in Skalitz.
And you saved mine. So we're even.
I don't know how far we're into the game. I'm assuming not very far at all. I don't like the idea of being locked in so soon in the game kind of bums me out. You know what I mean? We'll be together.
Well, we'll be together. Like a couple. And when the time comes, you'll take me as your husband, right?
You're full of yourself, aren't you? But that's not how things are done.
Well, obviously, under normal circumstances, I'd ask your pa for your hand, but...
Papa? Yes. He'd set the dogs on you.
Now you'd have to get Uncle Peshek's blessing.
I reckon I'd have no better luck with him. Unless he saw a way to profit from it.
And I'd have a sack of flour for my dowry. But seriously, Henry, what kind of husband would you make? You can't sit still in one place for an hour at a time.
Well, I've got a lot of duties, but I'm very fond of you, you know. And maybe one day...
Yeah, one day.
I know, you silly sod.
Well, we'll
We
leave
can't
it.
get married yet.
We'll leave it.
But we can still see each other and be fond of each other.
Yeah, right. Let's keep it casual. Let's keep it casual. I'm good with that. Can you repair my clothes? What the fuck?
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
The rain,
In
the
this
pouring
weather?
rain. Yeah.
Let's leave it for another time, eh?
This seems a bit... I don't like this, but...
I've got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here.
Fucking wifey already. It's not your responsibility, Theresa, you know? Thank you. I'm so upset that we failed this and now the guy died. So now I'm worried that if I don't get them food, am I gonna fail that as well? You know? Find Father Simon. I tried. I couldn't find him. Maybe we can go there again? So these are my shoes. That's why these were so cheap.
Good day to you.
I hear there's going to be an execution here.
I hear there's going to be a big execution here.
There certainly is. It'll be a glorious event for our town. They'll be talking about it for years.
Who's for the chop?
The biggest outlaws and reprobates for miles around. Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and Frost Herald.
What did they do?
What didn't they do, more like? They caused trouble all over the country.
Who's this Peter of Dauba?
A noble who lost his fortune. He's been holding up merchants for months.
That's all?
At first, but then his gang started getting bloodthirsty. They wiped out a whole squad that was hunting them. He won't walk away from this.
What can you tell me about Herald?
They call him Frost because he's always cool as ice, until he starts. I've seen plenty of killers and thugs in my day, but that one's got the devil in him.
Why?
They say the only thing that'll put a smile on his face is the sound of screaming and weeping. That beast kills for pleasure.
Yeah, that's fine.
They caught him. He had a candle made from the arm of an infant. For luck, he said.
Christ.
Wow, what the fuck?
What about Weiss?
No one actually knows where he came from, but they say the murdering started with him. He never leaves witnesses. He'd rather wipe out a whole village than take a chance.
Tell Herman what you've found out.
Thank you, Henry. I've a feeling with Herman I can finally find some happiness.
You will.
Good.
The two of you are made for each other.
Oh, hi Herman. I need your advice.
I need your advice.
Did you find out what they did? And did you read the Black Chronicle?
Yes.
So tell me what you found out, and I'll see what I can come up with. Just bear in mind, I can help you work it out, but you'll only find exactly what you need in the Ratai Black Chronicle. Every executioner has his own way of doing things, and this bastard might have different methods in mind.
Peter of Dauba has many murders on his soul, but he's still a nobleman.
Oh my god, I didn't know I had to do... What? What? Okay, so I just looked it up. Like, I didn't realize I had to actually memorize this or write this down. Alright, Peter. It says here he's for the chop. He's for the chop.
His neck is going on the block.
That makes sense. His crimes are great, but he's still a nobleman, so he gets an honorable death.
Oh, wow, okay.
George Weiss is a bloodthirsty bastard who left a trail of corpses behind him.
So George will be hanged.
He hasn't earned an honourable death. He's for a long drop on a short rope.
A murderer deserves nothing better. That makes sense.
Frost, he'll be tortured first. Oh.
Frost Herald is the worst of them all. Sent by Satan himself. The things he's done would make a demon blanche.
He'll be tortured first.
The executioner will take his time with that one. He'll be begging to die. If I read correctly, it'll start with ripping the flesh.
Ooh.
Could be. He deserves nothing better.
Oh my god.
So have we got everything we need?
We've covered all the possibilities. There's nothing more we can think up.
What's the plan?
So, what's the plan then?
Beheading.
An executioner's greatest boast is to behead with one blow, That's why an executioner's sword needs to be a splendid piece of craftsmanship and sharp as a razor.
I follow you, but how can I get to the sword?
It won't be easy. The executioner's sword is one of his most valuable instruments.
It's kind of fucked. I don't feel good about sabotaging this Gutenberg executioner. Like, it's not his fault, you know what I mean? I would have liked it if we had the option to talk to the bailiff and say, hey, what the fuck, you know? But then we would probably have to pay for the executioner because he's had to come here and all that shit. So what about switching it? Steal it then? What about switching it?
Couldn't it just be switched for a different one?
He'd notice straight away.
I was thinking that.
It's different than a regular sword, heavier with a blunt point.
Yeah.
The balance is different too.
I could take yours and...
He'd recognize that too. An executioner knows his sword like the back of his hand.
That makes
He'd
sense.
notice as soon as he picked it up.
Yeah. Steal it then?
So I'll have to steal it, dull the blade, and put it back before anyone notices.
Yes, that's probably the only way.
That'll be interesting.
How do I blunt his sword?
And how can I dull the sword? Should I hack at a stone wall?
I thought you were a blacksmith, son. It's enough to cock up the honing. That will make much less noise. With ripping of the flesh, the bastard has to suffer, but survive as long as possible.
So, if Herald drops dead right at the start...
The executioner will look like a fool.
But how can I make sure it happens?
Poison?
I don't know. It depends on the skill of the executioner. An experienced one starts in places where there's no threat of heavy bleeding, the sides, the chest.
And the Gutenberg executioner is definitely experienced.
No doubt. They use a kind of special tongs, and in between the ripping, the convict's wounds are treated so he can take more.
Oh my god. Drunk physician. How about poison? That's what I said.
Maybe the tongs could be spiked with something nasty.
And you'd know what to use?
I know a little, and I might be able to get something.
I think we have poison.
Good idea, Hal.
What about the hanging?
If the rope breaks when it's done, it's an unbelievable disgrace for the executioner. Folk see it as the will of God, and sometimes he even has to let the condemned man go.
Shit. I'll shoot the rope though. I could switch it. What about cutting it?
What about switching it?
That could work. I've got an old rope here I don't use anymore. It looks fine, but it's run. It'll be perfect.
Great. I'll use that.
This is the first time we've travelled through Ratai. Oh. Alright, I don't think he's hunting us anymore. I think we're in the clear. Calling it here for this video. I'm thinking that what I need to do is do some training with Bernard maybe. My fighting is really not up to par. I really need to get better. Yeah, it's just not good enough. So I'm going to probably do that off camera. Just keep training until I feel like I have somewhat of a grasp on how it all works, because yeah, it's becoming extremely difficult to just fight in general. I'm really bummed out that we failed that broken leg quest. I'm very confused about finding this Father Simon in where was it? In that town, near Scarlet's. I can't find him anywhere. I don't know where he is. I don't know if it's a glitch or anything like that. So that's pretty disappointing. But yeah, no main quests today, if I remember correctly. I've been playing for a very long time. Just a lot of side quests. There's so much to do. And yeah, like I said earlier, I just wish that I knew what quests were time sensitive. I know that this executioner one is, I think he said he's got 10 days or whatever. Yeah, it's stressful, you know, like, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips or anything in regards to the quests we already have, if you know of any maybe time constraints, yeah, let me know. It would really help me a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for the next one. Bye.